let me say that you are
Paul Abdul on Video Soul. Straight up, was that your first #1 record?
Yes, it was.
All right. You had no idea that you're going to get this string of #1s, did you?
Not a clue.
We got some exciting news about #1. We'll tell you that when we come back with Video Soul. Don't go away.
straight up now. Tell me, do you really want to love me forever? You promised me. Honey, listen to me. Love is all I need.
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank, first of all, my family for their support and inspiration. I'd like to thank my management, Larry Fraser and Larry Tolan, everybody at Virgin Records, Gemma Corfield. I'd love to thank God and all the dancers tonight who busted their butts for me. And all of you, thank you so much.
That was great. That was, God, you looked surprised.
I
mean,
was
at first.
surprised. I was like, I get all emotional. It's embarrassing sometimes.
Really? Why is it embarrassing?
Because, you want to, keep your composure and then you lose it.
Yeah,
I lose
I could
it.
tell that. I mean, like when it was first announced, you seemed genuinely surprised. And it's like, okay, I'm in control.
together.
And you start walking up to the stage and then you just took off running. It's like, I'm not in control. I love this.
I look back and go, why did I run? What was going through my mind?
But that's great. I mean, and the way that the audience responds to you, and that's not always easy, especially at something like that, like American Music Awards or Grammys, because they're all artists too, and well, most of them, except for the people in the balcony. But to have your own peers respond to you like that has to.
It's great. I remember opening up the show and performing, and all I could see when I looked out there, I saw Jody Watley, and I saw Taylor Dane, and I saw Luther, and I'm going, oh my God. Because it's such a nervous feeling, and then you go, I can't look at them anymore, I'll look straight up.
But you were great. That opening routine was so bad.
Thank you.
I mean, you really kicked it off well. I thought you and Bobby were the highlights of the show.
Thank you. It was, the rehearsal right prior to going, we rehearsed right down to the last minute before they opened the doors and let the people in.
You're kidding.
And I came down that bubble.
Yeah.
And the rehearsal was so bad. It's like everything that could go wrong went wrong. We went to the bubble, and the bubble stopped about 10 feet above the ground going, and it's like you couldn't stop. It was saying, no matter what happens, keep going. Well, what am I supposed to do? Jump out? And there were dancers going, come on, get out, get out. And then the dancers dropped me, and I felt like,
oh my goodness.
It was pretty funny. But then it goes to show you that anytime you have a really bad technical dress rehearsal, you have a good performance. And thank God the performance went well.
Speaking of going well, I was just informed that your latest single, Opposites Attract, just went #1 in the country today.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, congratulations. And the album went back to #1.
The album's #1 and the single's #1, and I'm the happiest girl right now. It's been great. It's incredible. I just don't believe it.
How many #1 singles is this for you? 4?
This is 4 #1 singles.
And you had one that didn't do 2. It went to #2. That had to be disappointing for you, huh?
Oh, God.
It's incredible. How do you keep your feet on the ground behind all of this?
Well, I just, I've been very fortunate to have, a dual career that doesn't allow me to dwell so much on one area. And I'm constantly going back and forth, focusing in different areas so that I'm never worrying or wondering, or I just stay focused. And plus, I've got a great family that really supports me, and when I come home and it's not work, I play with my nephews, I hang out with my sister. Yeah. I have a great time with my family.
This place today, you just upset this place by being here. I mean, I've never seen security like, I had to sign in, and they checked my ID when I came in because Paul Abdul was here today. And that's everywhere you go. I mean, you have to deal with that. How do you deal with that? People always pulling on you and just wanting a piece of Paula.
Oh, gosh. It's interesting because, you know, I really didn't notice all this was happening because I'm a people person. I like being around people. I like going out shopping or going out to restaurants, and the people, the fans, are really supportive, and they'll come up and they'll say that they enjoy what I'm doing, or I've inspired them to take dance classes, or and that's great. And the only times that I've ever noticed it has been in places where I've attended other concerts for other artists, or any benefits. Then you really realize what kind of impact that you start having on people, and that it's a great feeling because basically it's everyone who's showing appreciation.
And you don't run from it though, do you? I mean, I know that you are a people person, and you know, I look at someone like Michael Jackson who has to run everywhere he goes, and I'm not sure that he has to run everywhere that he goes, but he does. Do you ever fear that, of getting to that point where you're kind of like held captive by your popularity?
Well, I think that if you can, for me, I feel if I continue to be able to, as much as I can, go about my normal everyday, as normal as I can be, and continue to do what I want to do, then I think that people respect that. You know, you'll always get your fans that feel that you owe them something. Because there's times when some fans aren't as appreciative, and they'll say, "Come over here, Paula." Like they've known me for years.
Look, I dropped down $6.99 for your album. I want you over here now.
Get over here. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know you. If I met you before. And it gets a little out of hand that way, but for the most part, I just feel that the more I continue to lead as normal of a life as I can, I'll be okay.
Yeah, okay. Forever your girl. Forever your Paula on Video Soul. This is Paula Abdul.
Well, what'd you think? Such a mess.
I'm Donnie Simpson. I'm just chilling with Paula Abdul here on Video Soul. Eat your heart out, fellas. I can't wait to tell the guys in the gym about this. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. We got some commercials and we'll be back.
My heart's an animation. It's you and me. Time to tell you now just how I feel. I bet you, I bear my heart. I light 'em up in the dark.
We're back with more Video Soul. I'm Donnie Simpson, my co-host, Paula Abdul today. It's just so great having you. There's so much I want to talk to you about. We have such little time, it seems. I mean, this should be a 6-hour show today. But, well, quickly, I'm curious to know your ethnicity. Are you Italian? What?
Everyone says I'm a bit of everything. Everyone wants to claim me and known heritage. My father's side's Brazilian and Syrian, and my mom's side's French Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Yes, a bit of everything.
Were you born in California, Los Angeles area?
Born in Los Angeles, though, and raised in the San Fernando Valley.
And you still live there?
Right now, I live in the Valley.
Okay. Your relationship with Arsenio Hall. I mean, we always see this tabloid stuff about it. It's like, what's going on with you and Arsenio?
He's one of my dearest. He's the closest person to me.
Oh, really?
He's one of my closest friends.
Not right now.
Yes, right now. We're best friends.
Is that right? Okay.
Right now, dating is hard for me.
Why?
Because of work.
Not just because of work, you just don't
And
have
traveling. It's hard when you try to establish a relationship when you have a heavy workload.
Yeah.
People ask me who I'm dating, I say, the cat in my video. That's about it.
Well, he's a bad cat. I mean, if you're going to date a cat, he'd be the cat.
Right.
He is so bad. That's such a creative video, too. What about in the future? I mean, you want to get married? You want to have children? And
Oh, I love kids. I can't wait to have a family, get married, and all that.
yeah, get the morning paper and all that kind of stuff, station wagon.
You know, one day it'll happen. I'm sure it will. I guess it's just not in my cards right now.
Yeah, not right now. When are you going back in the studio to do your next album?
Well, I'm getting ready to get into heavy rehearsals for I'm choreographing the Academy Awards this year.
Oh, really?
I'm really excited about that. And then as soon as that's in March, and then starting April, I go back into the studio and start recording.
So how do you choreograph the Academy Awards? I mean, obviously it's very different from the Grammys and American Music Awards. That's music, but this is
I was
film.
going to ask you, how should I do it this year? I don't know.
I don't know.
This is a great honor for me. My career as a choreographer, this is one of the ultimate honors. And I'm really looking forward to it. I plan on doing a lot of different things and bringing a whole different dimension to it. What exactly, I can't say. I don't even know the music yet, so I'm waiting for that.
So when they come to you and ask you to do something like that, did they say, well, we have this theme in mind, we're interested in doing, or do they say, we want you to choreograph the Academy Awards? Would you do it? Yes. All right. We'll see you on March 25th.
Yeah. See you for camera blocking. I'll see you later. No, I have a big job ahead of me.
But they don't give you any direction at all. I mean, it's totally up to you to do what you want to do.
Well, we're having creative meetings. And
Oh, okay.
The nominations for the Academy Awards don't come out until mid-February, so I have to wait until that.
Are you a fan of film? Do you watch a lot of movies?
Absolutely.
Really?
I'm a big movie buff. That's like, I love being the Siskel and Ebert and going to the movies right when they come out so I can
Yeah.
say, yeah, go see Born on the 4th of July. It's great. And don't go see, no.
I do the same thing. I see everything. What have you seen lately that you like?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Oliver Stone, so Born on the 4th of July is an incredible film.
Yeah.
I just saw Glory, which is incredible. I saw Driving Miss Daisy, which I loved.
That's my favorite right now, Driving Miss Daisy.
Beautiful film.
Isn't it? It's wonderful.
And Morgan Freeman was wonderful in both of those films.
Yeah, well, you said the nominations don't come out until February 19th?
I believe it's the 14th.
14th? I think Morgan Freeman will be there, and I think he has a real good chance of winning it. We'll be Siskel and Ebert, okay?
Okay.
All right, Best Actress.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. Maybe Jessica Tandy.
Yep, Jessica Tandy, that's my vote.
Jessica Tandy.
Jessica Tandy, Best Actor, Morgan Freeman. Best Supporting Actress.
Well, the Golden Globes, Julia Roberts won, and I really liked her in Steel Magnolias.
Yeah, I did too. But you know who I'd go with from Steel Magnolias?
I love Shirley MacLaine.
Shirley MacLaine.
I
That's who I would go with.
Shirley's my favorite.
Yeah. All right, Best Supporting Actor.
I don't know.
I'll give you Denzel Washington for Glory.
Yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
thought he was fantastic.
Incredible.
Yeah, well, I guess we can't go on with that. But Best Film.
I like Born on the 4th of July. I love that film.
I'll go with Driving Miss Daisy,
Okay,
which
either-
won the
no,
Golden
either of the
Globe.
two.
All right, we'll be back with more film reviews in a couple of minutes. Remember, keep the popcorn out of the aisles. What is that they say at the end of that thing?
I think we better stick to our respective jobs. I don't think we're very good at this.
We'll be back. Welcome back to Video Soul. I'm Donnie Simpson. Oh, on this camera. Don't you hate it when people do that? Welcome back. We're talking to the wrong camera. You see it on the news all the time. So I sit in the living room and go, over here, fool, over here. Always talk to my TV. But we only have a few minutes with Paula because she's got to go. Got a very important meeting in Atlanta tonight. And I kind of hate that because I was going to show you a couple steps, some things that you might want to use.
We gotta change flight arrangements here. I have to see.
Hey, I taught MC Hammer how to dance.
You did.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm the
I
cat.
commend you.
I'm the cat. That's all right.
You have to prove that to me now.
Ask him. Next time you see him, ask him. He'll tell you. Hopefully he'll tell you. What's your relationship with Janet Jackson now? I used to read things in the tabloids again. And
I think Jan and I cleared that up because, tabloids like to start anything when there's two successful people. I'm her hugest fan, and she supports what I do, and all that stuff is not happening. And we're cool, and we're friends, and that's the way it is. I am happy for her success, and she's happy for mine.
How do you feel about the tabloids? I mean, they've been kind to you. I mean, even though they print things like that, at least it's, you...
Well, the tabloids, they say things sometimes that hurt, and you have to, I'm that type of girl that, I'm a sensitive girl, but I have to, you learn when you get more involved in the public that people will write things about you, and a lot of times they aren't true, a lot of times they're fabricated, and you have to, kind of grow a thicker skin.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever get to the point where I put up this big shield and I'm not what Paula's about.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I took with a grain of salt was Mr. Blackwell's. He put you on his worst dressed list with Madonna.
Yes, I'm very proud. I'm one of the 10 worst dressed women in America.
But doesn't that kind of thing, doesn't that just come with success?
Yeah,
I mean, when you become
does.
that popular and you got #1 record after #1 record after, and people see your name all the time, you're going to show up on lists like that.
Absolutely.
I saw Arsenio's name on a list today. Called him one of the most boring men in America.
Yeah, I heard Mr. Blah, him and Roseanne.
I couldn't believe, yeah, him
You
and
know,
Roseanne.
I read this and I hear things like this. It's just, it's kind of funny. You just learn that it's because you're in the public eye.
Yeah. So I guess the way to look at it really is flattery.
In a
It's
sense,
like
you have to turn it around and say, well, they're talking.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. You try to think of any way to make it acceptable. I
Yeah.
guess. I'm the worst dressed lady in the world, but
I think you
I'm
look
proud
great.
of it.
I think you look great. I really do. And I love everything about you. Wonderful person. I'm so happy for everything that's happened for you. I remember when we used to sit here and talk about you just as the choreographer.
I was telling everybody I want everyone to know, this man's one of my most favorite people in the whole world. When I was 20 years old, I'd say, hey, Wendy, my sister, my mom, come in here. This man's talking about me. And you were supporting my choreography, and it was just the nicest thing.
Oh, well, that's great. I had no idea you guys were watching. Thank you. I'll wait till I get to the gym tomorrow. I'm going to lie. That kiss will have grown by the time I get there.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure, really. You're wonderful. Keep kicking it.
I'll try.
Many #1 records and all of
You
that.
just keep teaching me everything you know, and I'll be cool.
I'll be glad to come help you work with the Oscars in a few weeks.
Okay.
Paul Abdul, our guest today on Video Soul. I'm Donnie Sims. We're going to kick it or close this out with your latest video, as a matter of fact. Congratulations again. It went #1 in the country today, album and single. This is Opposites Attract.